Good afternoon. Today, we come together to mourn the loss of one of the most influential visionaries of all time, Stephen Paul Jobs. Steve revolutionized technology as we knew it. He lived a life defined by genius, innovation, creativity, and imaginative leaves of technological faith. Let us take a look at the life of a person who put his generations ahead of our time with his many innovations. Steve had very humble beginnings. His unwed biological parents had put him up for adoption. Of course, at the time, they had no idea about the greatness their son was destined to achieve. Steve's life is proof that you don't have to be born with a silver spoon to achieve greatness. Steve's sister, Mona Simpson, says that Steve was hardworking. He worked at what he loved, and he worked really hard every single day. He was the opposite of absent-minded. He was never ashamed about working hard, even if the results were failures. I think that is one of the qualities which is at the foundation of every great person, relentless perseverance. But perseverance was not what set Steve apart. It was his sheer brilliance. Walt Isaacson explains what it was that separated Steve from the rest. He says, Steve Jobs did not rule a country, neither did he invent anything in the real sense of the word. His genius lay in seeing potentials beyond what already existed. The laptop after Xerox, the iPod after Sony's Walkman, the iTunes after Netscape, and Toy Story after Lion King. He revolutionized things across industries. His was a restless and prodigious imagination. However, a path to success is not an easy one. Despite of all his hard work, Steve failed on numerous occasions. He wasn't afraid to admit his failures. But what Steve didn't do was give up. No matter what life threw at him, he always got back on his feet. His unrelenting will, along with his utter brilliance and unparalleled passion, defined his life. I think that is all it takes to make a difference to the world. A little brilliance, an ever-burning passion, and a will that can crush boulders. Steve battled cancer for a decade before it claimed his life. That shows what a warrior he was. The world lost a true gem in the form of Steve Jobs. In closing, I'd like to quote a few words by the man himself. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Rest in peace, Steve Jobs. Thank you.
All right.